You know, I was very happy recently to go to the post office and see a stamp honoring one of my favorite entertainers, Danny Thomas. And this would have been Danny Thomas' Centennial, because Danny was born on January 6th, 1912, in Deerfield, Michigan. And his real name was not Danny Thomas. His real name was Amos Jacobs.
He was Italian?
No, he was not Italian. He was of Lebanese descent.
Right.
And Danny got his show business start in burlesque as a young boy, and then playing the nightclub circuit in Chicago. And he made a very big hit at the 5100 Club in Chicago. And this is where all of Danny's unique style originated. His unique style, because he was different than other comedians. He wasn't a one-liner guy, and he wasn't with the fast jokes. He took his time to tell a story, and nobody did that better than Danny Thomas. So after a few years at the 5100 Club in Chicago, he was discovered by Abe Lastfogel of the William Morris Agency, who brought Danny over to La Martinique in New York City. And then Danny even scored a bigger hit, and soon Danny was on the radio. He was an actor on the radio in the 1940s, playing on the Baby Snooks show with Fanny Brice, and on the Bickerson show with Francis Langford and Don Amici. And then Louis B. Mayer of MGM discovered Danny for films. And Louis B. Mayer wanted Danny to have his nose fixed, made smaller. But Danny Thomas refused to do that. He said, I'm born with this nose, and this is my nose. So Danny did appear in a few MGM films with Margaret O'Brien, and then he went over to Warner Brothers with his real nose, and he made two very good films, I'll See You in My Dreams, co-starring Doris Day, where Danny played songwriter Gus Kahn, and the other film was a remake of Al Jolson's The Jazz Singer, which was also quite a hit. But it took television to make Danny Thomas a superstar. In 1953, he began The Danny Thomas Show, also known as Make Room for Daddy, and phenomenal success. The show was high rated for its entire 11-year run and won many Emmys and made Danny Thomas a household name. Mike, any memories of watching The Danny Thomas Show?
You know, I remember looking at I can't remember, Veronica Cartwright was
Angela Cartwright.
It was Angela Cartwright, the sister. Yeah, that was.
And who was your favorite character on the Danny Thomas Show?
Oh, without a doubt, Uncle Tanous.
Played by Hans Conried.
Yeah, absolutely.
That great character actor.
Definitely.
He was wonderful.
Yep.
Yes. So you enjoyed the Danny Thomas Show.
I did.
He was very funny. And Danny was also a producer in television.
Right.
And he and Sheldon Leonard, the actor, got together and they produced shows like The Dick Van Dyke Show, The Andy Griffith Show, and I Spy. But for all Danny Thomas' great success in show business, what he was proudest of were his humanitarian efforts. And in 1962, he founded St. Jude's Research Hospital, which just celebrated their 50th anniversary at the same time that Danny would have been 100 years old. So I thought it would be nice to remember Danny Thomas tonight and celebrate his centennial. And Sandy, what song do you have for this special occasion?
Well, appropriately, we're going to do Danny Boy,
which was used as the theme song for the Danny Thomas Show for many years.
That's right. They did it a swing version.
That's correct.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Right.
Well, that's what I remember, right? Yeah.
But you're going to do the traditional ballad version, right?
Yes.
So here are Sandy and Mike with Danny Boy.
Bye.